What's good, Osiris here. I accidentally stopped our live stream. So I gave Ray the new link. We're going to start up again right now. My apologies. I I live stream to multiple sites, and Rumble is the most annoying of the sites to stream through because I have to get the information every time I go up to Rumble. They don't keep the same streaming key and information. So I didn't get to update it, and it was like, oh, it was giving me the alert that it wasn't going to work on Rumble, and I went to click it, and I accidentally clicked end broadcast. So I apologize. I just sent the email to Ray for the new link. We are going to do the political compass test. The last time I took the political compass test was crazy. Ray's back. So, my bad, Ray.
No, that's completely fine, brother.
I was telling people, Rumble, I live stream to multiple sites. And Rumble is the most annoying because you have to enter in the stream key every time into this program. And I didn't do it. So it's giving me alert like it's not going to work. And I wanted to click the alert to stop it. And then I accidentally stopped the stream. But
that's fine. Just
yeah. So we'll start this one up. Yeah.
Before when we go into it, you read one question, then I'll read one, and then we'll just do it like that to make it easy on both of us.
Yep. Yeah. My apologies, everybody. Hopefully you can hop back into the live. I accidentally just stopped it. So what we're going to do is go through the political test. I'll just do a little bit of stalling here just to give a couple people a chance to come in. But this is what happened. This was March of 2021. Now, I've never found myself more politically, also spiritually, socially, family-wise as well, since I started doing this channel. Okay. And back then, I did not know anything about libertarianism, really. I just had general stereotypes. And I did the political test, and here's how it came out.
Okay.
Let's see where we stand. Political compass. And wait, is that me? Okay. I was like,
okay.
That's not it. There it is.
I saw the authoritarian, the authoritarian right. Okay. I was like, wait a second. I'm like, I didn't really answer that. So I kind of fell.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Left. Libertarian.
It's not going to be. I doubt. I'm not trying to make it anything. I don't care where it falls, but I doubt if you're just paying attention, if you're just joining in, we're going to do the political compass. Are you surprised by that, Ray, or maybe not?
Well, you said that when you very first started the show that you were probably more left, like a lot more left leaning. So, and this is pretty early in your show, so it's not surprising, at least not to me. So, but now, do I expect you to become that kind of left? I don't know. I don't think so. I think you'll just barely be on the right side, just barely, though. That's what I believe. Like kind of like Blair White is.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're probably right. Like barely right, probably libertarian. We'll see. That was more libertarian than I expected for sure at that time. If you want to know kind of like how they view these things before we get started here, Ray and I are going to alternate with these questions. If you want to stream along, well, number one, first of all, let's holler. We got special guest Ray Studios. Let's support. Link in the chat.
Yep.
Sub up to Ray Studios. He goes live whenever he can. Amazing show. Ray, you got your link set up, man. Like, I love when I went on your channel, you knew like the Joe Rogan and wherever link like 30 minutes in. Like, how do you know the links? I actually am pretty good at that stuff too because I listen to a lot. But how do you listen to a lot of Alex Jones or whoever else?
When I'm doing the show or like
like outside the show, like read, because to me a lot of people don't understand. What my wife has given me feedback was like the channel. She doesn't care about me doing the videos. She's like the research outside of doing the videos is a lot. What do you do a lot of research?
Yes, I do. That's what I do spend a whole lot of time on. And so there have been times where I've gone like completely like insane madhouse where just like I needed to cool it for at least a week or two. That's as much as I can't stand having that strike on my channel, but it's giving me an opportunity to like, hey, just back off from this for a little bit. Just take it easy, like concentrate on work and stuff like that. So I can, before I bring this back entirely. Like I'm still doing the show, but I'm just doing it sparingly. And like I said, the strike has given me time to like cool down and like refreshing myself.
Yeah, yeah. Man, your strike's off now, though, right?
No, not till September 3rd.
September 3rd. Did you get a new one?
No, I had that. It's the same one from May and June because it's a 90 days. Remember?
The strike? I thought the strike was a week.
No. I got that. I got that first.
Oh.
I got that warning, and then I got that hard strike. Like, let me show you. I'll send you. I'll take a screenshot and send this to you.
Oh, is the hard strike 90 days? No.
Yes.
I'm confused. The hard strike is 90 days?
Well, I'll bring this up right here.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, we're going to get started in the political compass, and I messed up the stream, so we might as well give a little bit of chance to see if anybody's going to come through. But if we've got one person coming through, grateful for that. Thanks for joining. We're going to do the political compass.
Right there.
Okay, let me see. Did you upload it? Okay.
No, it's in the right here, so you can just.
Thanks. Oh, yeah, that's dope. Okay.
Yeah. Like, see?
Let me make it bigger even. So what does it say here? So he got a strike.
Yeah, on June 5th.
On June 5th.
Which
expires September.
Yep. Which this one makes no sense because like I didn't even say I'm not gonna I don't want to get your channel in trouble, so I'm not gonna say what I said, but I never said anything even remotely close to what I think you can clearly see by the wording, what it's called. Something with the word E in it. I'll just leave it at that. So I don't want to risk getting you in trouble. So yeah. But like this first strike right here, which was a warning, which was on Bohemian Grove and Skull and Bones, which all I said was I just said a joke and I wasn't even being serious about it. I don't even believe what I said. I was just joking around. And like when I got it, I immediately, like an hour or so after that, I texted you and told you about it.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Because literally, like right after that happened, I literally went to because I was literally walking into work, the building, and like that's when I got your text from me, got your text, and
yeah.
So
keep going, man. Keep hustling. I put the link to Ray Studios channel in the chat subscription. One of the most, if you want to support independent creators, just people like who just like to talk. Like Ray and myself, just sub up to the channel, man. That's the one of the best ways you can do to support. Thanks for stopping by. Gizmo's World, what's good?
Yep.
Do you know?
I don't recall this person, but whoever he is, thanks for showing up.
Yep. So Gizmo's not good. This is good, Gizmo. Hopefully this is entertaining. We're going to go through these questions. Ray and I have a feeling Ray and I take this kind of seriously. Like not the results, but more the thought process through the questions, right, Ray?
Yes, and also with how the questions are worded. So you can clear from my perspective, it's clearly the questions are worded to give a certain response, and that's intentional. So
yes. So here are the terms. Left-wing political ideologies are characterized by more progressive views. Since the political compass asks us to isolate this for binary purposes, left-wing economic policy often favors higher taxes for wealthy individuals, stronger regulations for business. Right-wing, characterized by conservative views. So for economic, right-wing is less taxes, limiting government. Authoritarian, it sounds really bad, but I don't think it's as bad as it sounds. It's really more like, here's what they say. People who support authoritarianism often believe that the state is more important than the individual. I don't know if it's that strong. It's that in certain things that the government does have a role, to me, is what that means. And authoritarian, because if you think the government has a role in anything, that's authoritarianism. Libertarianism believe that personal freedom should be maximized. Equality is of utmost importance to libertarians.
Yeah. You go ahead.
No, sorry. No, go ahead.
What I was trying to say was my view of like more right-leaning or conservative views is like they believe in true like freedom and stuff like that. It's pretty much like libertarianism, but the only difference is you have to maintain a level of standards like you have to have a code, and that's the way I view it as. Libertarianism is like basically like pretty much do whatever you want. Conservatism is the same thing pretty much, but you have to have a code in it, so you don't go way too far off. So you maintain what you're supposed to do. That's just my opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure. And so if you want to do the test along with us, I just did the link in the description. I only found out about it a year ago, and I really like it. I think it's something I'll do at least once a year. Let's get it. Ray, do you want to?
And I put it in the share screen, so you can go. So when each of us answer a question, you can go back and forth. So click on those.
Oh, you got it up there already?
Yeah, right there. Bet. You got yours, and then this one's mine, or is that one yours?
Oh, I see. This is yours. Yep.
This is mine. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
How about you start first? So
okay.
Go with yours.
Yep. So let me share the screen, and we'll start with the first question. This is just like getting to know somebody's philosophy. I'd like to see like political candidates take these type of tests, shorter version of them. So question number 1, and it does start here, right? Yep. These are the real questions. So the question number 1: if economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity rather than the interests of transnational corporations. So this is important, the way that's worded. If it is inevitable, should it primarily serve humanity rather than the interests of transnational corporations? For me, it is, I will say, agree.
In my opinion, this is actually a fact. Economic globalization is not inevitable. You can just go, you can stop it and pull the plug at any moment. Literally, there's no one forcing you to do that. So, and just by the way the question is worded, it's clearly obvious that someone from the left, like a Bernie Sanders type of person, wrote this question. It's pretty obvious from my opinion.
They tried to put you in a box with if it's inevitable. So you're right. I think, Ray, you're right. You can interpret that and say, no, I don't think so. So it sounds like you're going to be a disagree or strong disagree.
I will go with disagree.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I do believe that you need to maintain your companies and economies and whatever like that. But like I said, it's pretty much like the standard we have right now. Capitalism is good, but as long as you're not doing it at the benefit of others, like their health and like destroying them or whatever you want to put it as. That's just the way I view it. Just how capitalism is right now.
Yep. So cool. Number 2.
I'll go into this one. Okay. I'd always support my country, whether it was right or wrong. Clearly, I can tell how this one is supposed to be interpreted. Well, the Nazis, they supported their country, so that's clearly what this is trying to imply, at least in my opinion. So, but I do love my country at the same time, though. So, like if you look at the Middle East stuff and stuff like that, I support my country, but I wouldn't like overly support it, something like that. So, I will go with, agree. I'll go with agree. That's just my view.
Yeah, I'm going to do disagree on that one. So, and the reason why I'm doing that is I will criticize. I feel like if we need to criticize, I will have to criticize. Yeah. Next question. No one chooses their country of birth, so it's foolish to be proud of it.
Oh, this is yours.
Yeah, this is mine. You're right. And so if I can answer it quickly, like from the snap of the finger, it's either strongly agree or disagree. I don't know how much stronger I could disagree with this question.
I couldn't agree with you anymore.
Yep, I disagree.
All right.
Yeah, we both have that nationalism in us, I believe. So you got the next one about race, huh?
Yeah. I'm going to love this one. Our race has many superior qualities compared to with other races. Well, I'm biracial. I'm half black, half white. So how am I supposed to fit into this category? So, but I will go with by what's clearly trying to interpret it. It's clearly trying to make it obvious, like you're a racist. That's clearly what this question was written for. And so I think that this one's pretty obvious what to say. Strongly disagree. Because everyone is created equal. That's like Martin Luther King said, content of character, not the color of their skin.
Yeah, I see the world so much differently. I don't even understand. I literally can't comprehend what that question even means. Strongly disagree. This one is a good one. Real good one. This yours?
No, this one's yours.
Oh, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I'm going to agree. There's truth to that. I will not strongly agree. It's not automatic, but I think there's truth to that. What do you think?
I will go with disagree. It's like how do you like? I'm pretty sure the person that is the enemy of your enemy is just as big of a piece of shit as he is. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go with strongly disagree. I'm just gonna go with disagree.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, military action that defies international law is sometimes justified. Now, it doesn't say, well, is it justified or not justified? It says sometimes justified. And so I will go with strongly agree right here, because it didn't say if it as a whole is justified or unjustified. It said sometimes. So I have to say strongly agree with this one.
Yeah, I would have to say agree. I could think of scenarios where that would be true. There is now a worrying fusion of information and entertainment. So this is so it's not going to be strongly for me because I have to hesitate probably. There is now a worrying fusion. I would say agree.
I would say strongly agree. Wholly agree with that. Literally, you could just see with all this woke stuff that's going on right now. Like clearly, like I said, I canceled my Disney Plus subscription because of this Florida nonsense. So yeah, I just can't deal with that anymore.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm debating strongly. I'm going to keep it with agree because I think that you can do that. It's just one-sided is the problem.
Yeah. Okay. This one's mine, I believe.
Yep.
People are ultimately divided more by class than nationality. This one's actually a pretty interesting question when you look at it. It's like literally you could say nationally, like immigrants coming in and like say they're not treated as good as people that have been here for generations, or you could go by class, which means by the rich and the poor and stuff like that. So this one is I'm debating between agree and disagree. So but, I will go with no, never mind that. I will go with strongly agree.
Wow, I'm surprised by that answer. I mean, nothing wrong with it, of course. I'm going to go with agree. I think there are pressures in both ways, but I think class is more of the dividing factor. Controlling inflation is more important than controlling unemployment.
This one yours, right?
Yeah. So I would say I have to think about that one. I would say yes. For me, it's an agree.
Controlling inflation is worse than unemployment. If you have higher inflation, that you're going to get more unemployment. So I have to say agree with that.
Yeah, and it might need to be a strongly. I'm going to go strongly with it. Inflation, by my definition, is increasing the money in circulation. So I think that is more important than controlling unemployment.
Yeah, but I will just go with agree on that question. So,
okay.
Because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment, they require regulation. They do need some regulations, but not a whole bunch. So I'll go with agree right here. I won't go strongly agree though.
Yeah, I will go with actually a strongly agree. I had this conversation with libertarians. Under a libertarian utopia, it would be regulated via like contracts. It wouldn't be necessarily like a centralized government, but I think corporations do need some type of checks and balances, and that's all regulation really is.
Yeah. Well, as you can see with the CC thing, for YouTube, I have to say those words, but say it like that. But I think you can clearly tell what my opinion is on it. So yeah, and how that I clearly influence how I'm answering this question.
Yep. It could clearly and easily go wrong. So for this one here, from each according to his ability to each according to his need is a fundamentally good idea. So this one is, this is getting to the heart of like socialism, communism, basically.
Yes.
And socialists, communists believe that each person contributes according to their ability. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah. So I think that's where they're going with on this, and it's a tough one. I'm gonna say disagree.
From each according to his ability to each according to his need. I can clearly from his ability, if someone's doing this is just the way I'm interpreting it. I don't know how they're trying to say, but this is just the way I am. I think they're trying to say their ability is more important than their need or something like that. So I'm gonna go with I'm debating between agree and disagree right here. I'll go with disagree. So yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah, and that's where we probably would align. Not that everything that Karl Marx said or believed was wrong or not based. This is a socialist. I don't know if it was Karl Marx exactly, but that's a socialist statement. So we are both not really down that lane. But it's funny. You just said disagree, right? You didn't say strongly disagree. Yeah. Okay.
This one I can already tell. I love this one. The freer the market, the freer the people. Strongly agree right there. Strongly, and I don't even think that's debatable in my opinion. As you can clearly tell, when Trump came in office, when he did his tax revision, he lowered regulation dramatically. And what happened? The economy boosted to the biggest and was been in 50, 60 years, and record low unemployment. So, it's definitely easy for me, really easy.
Yeah, that's an easy one for me. That is a strongly agree.
Yeah.
It's a sad reflection on our society that something as basic as drinking water is now a bottled, branded consumer product. I'm going to because I believe in advancement and technology. I also believe in living off of nature, but I will actually say disagree with this. I do not think it's a sad reflection that we've become more advanced. We have stepped away from nature, obviously, because that's not how you rolled when you were a cave person, but I will say disagree.
I will say strongly disagree right here. It's just a bottle of water. What's the problem with it? So how is it that stupid or whatever? I don't understand that. So it's just water. We have there are countless things out there that are not as advanced as other things, and we still use them in our everyday lives. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Land shouldn't be a commodity to be bought or sold. Strongly disagree right here.
Strongly disagree. This is the heart of communism.
Yeah. Like land should belong to the people. It should not belong to the government or like that. It should belong to us, the people.
Yeah, private property.
Yeah.
It is regrettable that many personal fortunes are made by people who simply manipulate money and contribute nothing to their society. I am going to say disagree. I think if you are sitting on a stockpile of money, no matter how you got it, you contributed something in some way to society for it. Now, your contribution to society might have been your luck in who you were born to, but there's something that's handed down from the success from your parents or ancestors. So I will say disagree.
Yep, I agree with you. I disagree with that. I don't strongly disagree, but I just disagree. Like you just said, some people, whether they were inherited it or not, they still got that. That's still their money. They still do whatever they want with it. Like it's just nature. You can't control that or anything like that. Yeah, that just happens. So yeah. Protectionism is sometimes necessary in trade. I agree with that question right there. Like I do believe that you need it's good that because here's the thing, your country always comes first. So yeah, you got to at least agree with that. Well, Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm debating strongly agree right here. I'm debating that. Protection, because I will go with strongly agree right there. Like you need, like your country will always has to come first. Like if something naturally happens in trade where it benefits both of you guys, good. But here's the thing: in trade, you're always supposed to benefit yourself first. That's first and foremost. Otherwise, there is no trade or peace at all.
Yes, the way that I'm interpreting protectionism is just things as simple as tariffs. So I would strongly agree with that. You can't have trade without making sure that you're getting a fair deal.
Yep.
The only social responsibility, that's very strong, the only social responsibility of a company should be to deliver a profit to its shareholders. And that's I'm debating between agree or strongly agree. I'm going to say agree. The only reason I didn't do strongly agree is because I think the product itself has to meet the customer demand. And I feel like this statement loses a little bit of that. So I'm agree, not strongly agree.
I agree with you completely on that. So I have to go with agree as well. Because like literally, you have to deliver a profit to your shareholders. Because like without your company, there is no company, there's no money, there's no products for anyone to use. So you got to go with agree right there. I don't understand how you can go with disagree or even strongly disagree. So
Yeah.
The rich are too highly taxed. Obviously, this one's pretty easy. Strongly agree right there. Like Elon. Well, I'll get into Elon in a second. But Osiris, like about a week or so ago, that person that won the 1.2 or 1.5 billion-dollar jackpot. Did you hear how much money they had left over after taxes?
My brother texted me. Was it 400 mil?
Just barely over 400 million. So that the IRS essentially won the lottery there. So
yeah, that's for sure. I'm going to say agree. The only reason I'm not going to go strongly agree, I'm probably reading too much into these questions, is even in a libertarian utopia, you wouldn't call it taxes. But if you and I lived in a neighborhood, we would pool our resources together to hire private security. You want to call that a tax or not? It's different, but I'm going to say agree.
Yeah, I'm going to say strongly agree.
Yeah. So. Those with the ability to pay should have access to higher standards of medical care. And I agree. Yeah. I mean, it's no different than, I think there should be a floor for medical care. I think everyone should have. Ray and I probably disagree on that. I am for Medicare for all, but if you have more money, you can get a nicer car. I mean, why wouldn't that apply to medical care? So I agree.
Yeah, I don't strongly agree. I just agree, like with you, like it gets into the abortion debate, which I've gotten to plenty of those beforehand. But I agree like that. If someone has more money than you, obviously they're going to have higher level of standards than you. But I don't necessarily. But I think everyone should be given an opportunity to get to that standard, but you should not be handed that. So yeah, I agree with that. So.
Yep.
Governments should penalize, whatever you want to call that, businesses that mislead the public. Strongly agree right there. Strongly. Like, all you got to look at is mainstream media. Like, if you just turn CNN on, you just see a whole bunch of bull crap that makes no sense. Clearly, and it's just a whole bunch of lies. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that it depends on the situation, but I am going to agree. Even in a libertarian utopia, you might not have a federal government, but you'll have a localized group of people who help make decisions to provide checks and balances on businesses. And you absolutely have to have, if you don't penalize a business, it's going to become the government. So I agree.
Yeah, well, the media led us into the Iraq war, so
yeah,
and they didn't get any consequences.
Yeah, they're gaslighting us now on the Trump raid and everything. So, yep.
Yeah. A genuine free market requires restrictions. Wait, is this yours or this is mine?
I think it's yours.
Okay. A genuine free market requires restrictions on the ability of a predatory multinationals to create monopolies. A genuine free market requires restrictions on the ability to predatory multinationals to create monopolies. There, like I believe there should be. Like I said, I'm a Trump and Teddy Roosevelt capitalist, a mix of those. So like I'm a capitalist, but I also like what Teddy Roosevelt did. He broke up monopolies with trust busting. So you need to have some regulations there, but you can't have too much. So like if you're just a regular company, you don't need to be broken up. But if you're a monopoly, you need to be broken up. So I will go with I'll just go with agree right there. Just agree, but barely.
I'm gonna go agree, and it's a pretty strong agree for me. Even in a libertarian utopia, that you'd have no centralized government, but if everyone is contracting with the same private security, then you've got a problem on your hands. So I think without question, it has to be at least agree.
Oh yeah, 100% right there.
So abortion. Oh wait.
Can I read this one?
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah. Abortion, when the woman's life is not threatened, should always be illegal. You know where I'm going with this. So
I know.
Obviously, strongly agree with right there. Abortion to me at the end of the day is murder. So yeah, I have a feeling. You're going to go strongly disagree with this one. I just have that feeling. So
yeah, Ray knows me pretty well. It's a strongly disagree. I'm not God. I didn't make the rules. God made a life come through the avenue of women, and women have the power to decide, in my opinion. All authority should be questioned. Is there anything stronger than agreement on this? Absolutely.
Yeah, strongly agree.
Jeez.
Like, all you got to look at is the FBI right now. Like, what was it that they found at Trump's? What documents was it again? Was it nuclear code documents they were supposedly going after?
We don't know for sure. It's all these sources and leaks, and yeah, they said nuclear documents. Then they said it was just classified documents. Then they said, well, it doesn't matter if it's classified documents. I haven't talked about it because I don't know. It's all over the place right now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. I don't understand the context of this question. So
here's my interpretation, and let's look in the chat and see if anybody. There's a slight delay. I believe this is saying, if somebody does something bad to you, would you do something bad to them, even if it goes against your morals? Is how I interpret it.
Okay. So is this supposed to be like if you're trading gas for food or something like that? Or in trade like that?
No, so let's say somebody does the worst type of crime to a person. Okay. Like they unlive a loved one of that person. Can that person, eye for an eye, should they be able to unlive the loved one of the person who committed the crime? Assume 100% they did it.
Well, if someone it's like my opinion on this, and I don't know how anyone else will feel, but like if a person murders another person's loved one, and like in a court they are found guilty, like the first thing that should happen first before they are sent to prison or given the death penalty, which I believe in the death penalty, by the way. I believe killers should be killed. So like that. Same thing with rapists and the P word. So yeah, but like the first thing that should happen first is like hand them over to the family. That's what should happen first, in my opinion. So I will have to say strongly agree. Okay. If that's what the context is, so I will just say strongly agree then. If that's what it's supposed to be for, so
yeah. Thank you for Eddie for bringing that context to make sure that we're answering these the way. So if you are doing eye for an eye, I agree with Eddie Sanchez. That's saying that it isn't a Christian moral, basically. So you would, for me, I'm strongly disagree. But the question is how you interpret it.
Now, if I could, I wish the person who made these questions put the context,
Mhm.
but if this is the context that I'm just interpreting it as, I'll just say that. I'll just say strongly agree. So
Agree, you said, or
I
disagree?
strongly agree.
Strongly agree. Okay. So I am strongly disagree on that one.
Okay.
Taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theaters or museums that cannot survive on a commercial basis. I strongly agree. If you cannot survive on your own without taxpayers propping you up, you should not exist. Period.
Uh, like taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theaters or museums that cannot survive a commercial basis. I strongly agree with that as well. Like we have like all these sports leagues like the NFL or NBA or MLB. They had when they build new stadiums, they have taxpayers funded. So they have to be an idiot to think that can't be funded. So I have to strongly agree with that. So yeah.
Yeah, that's probably one of the strongest questions that I agree with. I think this next one's yours here, Ray.
Okay. Schools should not make the classroom attendance compulsory. Compulsory, like the fact that they show up, they show up, and like it should be recorded. If that's the way that they're interpreting it.
Yeah, they're saying that basically they're saying schools should say, hey, as long as kids know what they're supposed to know, it doesn't matter if they show up kind of vibe.
Well, this one's actually a little weird for me because I didn't finish high school because I literally had to help my mom take care of my sister. So the way I'm going to answer this is you have to show up, but like college, I don't think that's necessary. High school, I'm debating between agree and disagree right here. So as long as they know stuff, like I'll go with agree right here. As long as they know it, as long as they know everything, that it should be going like that. As long as they know everything that they're supposed to know, as they don't need to know like all this X plus Y plus D plus whatever that is. But as long as they know the basics how to survive on their own, I believe that should be what everyone the bare minimum, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I respect that. I'm going to say disagree because just like you, I think K through 12 is how I'm going to interpret this. You want to teach children consistency, showing up on time. I'm not going to say strongly disagree because of scenarios like yourself, Ray. So I will just go with disagree. All people have their rights, but it is better for all of us that different sorts of people should keep to their own kind. This is going down the racist type of route.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like to me. This is kind of. I don't know if Nick Fuentes would. This is down that route potentially. Yeah. So I would strongly disagree.
Well, this is something I heard about Jordan Peterson saying. Like he says, like men, women should not be friends. Like they should only be like couples. So, and when he talked about that, I was like, this makes a whole lot of sense, actually. Like, it's better for men to be friends with men and for women to be friends with women. Now, the only time they interact really is when they get together and do the dirty. So, but because it's inevitable that there are female and male friends. Like I actually, to be honest, I do have some female friends. I do that. I do. So, I will clearly how the way the question is worded is intended to bring out a certain response. So I have to say strongly disagree right there. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm very big on mixing with people of all different backgrounds and types. So Ray, go on this one.
Good parents sometimes have to spank their children. I strongly agree with that. Because like I said, I believe in discipline. Like I've told you, Carlos and Adam, I've said that when I have kids, I'm going to be a strict parent. Like literally, there's no exceptions whatsoever. You mess up, yeah. And so I know what it feels like because growing up with 3 siblings in the house. Well, there was never a time where all 4 of us lived together. There was only a time where where 3 of us lived together. But because being the middle child, I found out what it was like being the oddball out. So yeah, and there was not a whole lot of discipline around. So So yeah, I have to say strongly agree right there. So yeah.
Yep. So we're on polar opposites on this one. I did get broom belt growing up, not a lot, but a little bit. I think there definitely has to be discipline. That's for sure. I have a 5-year-old, 3-year-old. It's a challenge, that's for sure. But I do strongly disagree. I think that there's a danger that you can teach them that violence is the discipline. So I will strongly disagree. It's natural for children to keep some secrets from their parents. I would strongly agree with that.
I would strongly agree with that as well.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy one.
Every one of us kept secrets from our parents. That's completely obvious. There's no debate right
I'll tell you, my kids already, man, we had like a little candy bowl because we had some candy left over from Halloween or whatever. And we went to clean up the playroom, and they had like candy wrappers hidden underneath like a little table and stuff, like already.
Like the funny thing is, me, my brother, and my sister, I'm the second oldest, my brother's the oldest. I have 3 siblings. Me and my brother and the sister that's right below me, there were times where we snuck into our mom's room and took candy out of just like she literally hid the candy right on the side of her bed because like we lived in multiple different houses, but in every house that we lived in, her bed was right next to the wall, and she always had their candy hidden right there. So every now and then we would sneak up there, sometimes and mostly individually, and just grab something out of the bag and rush out of there. We did that. Yeah.
Just kids. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
No, they do need to be. I mean, we did talk to them and discipline them about it, but just kids.
Yeah. I love this one right here. Possessing marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offense. Strongly agree right here. Who hasn't smoked marijuana? For real.
I haven't.
You have not?
I have not, yeah.
Wow. Hey, everyone in the live chat, please type in if you smoked marijuana before or not. I really want to know how many of you guys did or did not. Please do that.
I'm very I've been around it in school, college. People smoked a lot. I have no problem with it. They were trying to get me to do it in school. I went to University of Michigan, and I never did from start to finish. So I strongly agree that should not be a criminal offense. It's crazy.
Yeah. When I did it, literally I was with my uncle, my father's brother, and his friend, and a couple of other friends. So, and we literally went into an RV. Well, what was an RV, or was it? I believe it was. It wasn't an. It was a camper. I believe it was a camper. We went in there and smoked and just did it. So yeah. And then the next day me and my uncle and his friend, we did it in the basement. So yeah. So okay. I'm not gonna lie about it. I have. So,
yeah.
All
no
right.
problem there. The prime function of schooling should be to equip the future generation to find jobs. My thought of schooling is critical thinking. That's really what should be the prime critical thinking, from your handling your finances to interpreting propaganda to every aspect of life. So I can't strongly agree, but I will agree. It's hard for me to disagree with this one, so I'll do agree.
I will say strongly agree. Because like I said, I literally had to drop out of high school to help my mom take care of my youngest sister. Who's 4 years old. My other sister, she's 14. I'm 20, and my brother's 27. So literally, at the time, it was just me and my mom and my 4-year-old sister living in the house. So literally, I literally had to drop out and help her take care of her. So, and like as you can, I have a job, I have my own place, I have everything, and I'm doing well. So, as long as, like I said, I think the primary focus of school should be to prepare kids for the future and to get jobs. That's just my view on that. So I have to say strongly agree on this. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So this one's yours?
People with serious inheritable disabilities should not be allowed to reproduce. Strongly disagree right there.
Yeah, that's a silly.
Strongly. Like,
That's a
like as people as you know, it's well known that there was a time in this country where the sterilization of the mentally ill took place, in which was one of the most horrific things that this country has ever done. Like, it's like no country is perfect. We all have our flaws, but it's not like where all these people say like there's nothing redeemable about America. It's racist. The founding was racist. All of that, et cetera, et cetera. Like, every country has flaws. Find me one country that does not have any flaws. I dare you to. So, like, yeah.
Yeah, we're getting on the topic of eugenics, and that is definitely an authoritarian, trying to find out if somebody is authoritarian. The most important thing for children to learn is to accept discipline. The way that I interpret that is, I mean, to be disciplined, I would agree a little bit, but to accept discipline, I will strongly disagree with that. Maybe I'm interpreting that wrong.
I'm not like, here's something else. Me and all my siblings were not really disciplined at all. I'm just gonna go right and say that none of us were. But the thing was, like, literally, it was just my mom's face. Her face seeing me, that scared the shit out of me as a kid. And literally, I was the good kid. I just kept just stayed out of the way and just did everything. Like, that literally scared the hell out of me when that happened. But in all three of my siblings, especially my oldest and the one right below me, when they were younger, they don't really do it anymore. But when they were younger, when we were kids, So I'm gonna say, because of what I've seen, I just have to go with strongly agree right here. I have to.
Yeah, I think it's how you interpret this one. This one is worded, a lot of them are, but I accept discipline when it's, I still look at the situation. Like, for example, Brittany Griner. I do not accept the discipline from Russia at all on her, just because of the political climate and the seriousness of the crime does not meet the punishment to me, and she's an American. So it's like, they didn't say accept discipline with any qualifications. So that's why I'm a little shaky on that one.
Okay.
So yeah, this one's yours.
There are no savage and civilized people. There are only different cultures. I will go with disagree on this question. Like this, obviously, I believe this at least in my opinion, I think it's referring to like when the people from Europe came over with the Native Americans over here, it's portrayed like they were innocent people or not. Like, literally, it was just the violence that caused them to become like wildlife. And here's the thing: I'm part Cherokee. I am, and so yeah. And here's the thing though. That's a complete lie that the Native Americans were not savage. They were. But there were even some tribes that were even into cannibalism. Like, they're not in anymore, but they were back then. So, yeah. So, obviously, I have to go with disagree right here because there are savages out there and there are different cultures, but you just can't go with agree or strongly agree, in my opinion.
Okay, this one, maybe I'm confused on this one. They said there are no savage and civilized people. So I think they're only different cultures. I'm going to have to say I agree with this one, actually.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think I'm interpreting as it's saying that there are no inherently savage or people who are just naturally inherently genetically savage or civilized. So I will go. I'm actually going to go strongly agree with that one.
Yeah. Okay. This one's yours.
Yep. Those who are able to work and refuse the opportunity should not expect society's support. Great question.
Yeah.
We're probably going to disagree on this one. I disagree. I think that there should be a little bit. And the reason why I'm saying that is that's why I'm for universal basic income. A lot of people aren't. But I think there should be a floor. So I will disagree. Not strongly, but a slight disagreement.
I strongly agree with that question. Yeah.
Yep.
Like you're given the opportunity. If you refuse that, that's on you. It's not on anyone else. It should not fall on anyone else's back. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Uh, when you are troubled, it's better not to think about it, but to keep busy with more cheerful things. This one, there's. I will go with agree with this one because I don't think you can entirely just say not focus on it because if you choose to not focus on it at all, that will be bad. But if you choose to focus on nothing but good things, that could be bad as well. So I think it's good to have a mixture of both with something like that. So I go with agree right there.
Okay, I'm going to go with disagree on that one because it just seems too definitive. It's better not to think about it. It's almost like not at all to think about it. So I'll go disagree. First generation immigrants can never be fully integrated within their new country. Well, it depends on what you say, fully integrated. I mean, I was going to say strongly disagree. I'm debating strongly or just a disagree. I'm going to strongly disagree with that one.
I strongly disagree with that too.
Yeah.
Like clearly everyone can, if someone from Mexico, someone from Mexico can come here and integrate into the country just as well as someone integrating from the UK can. At least that's just how I take it. So yeah.
Yep.
Oh, this guy Eddie brought up a good question: legal versus illegal. So if that's how it's being interpreted, which is legal and illegal immigration. Okay, I think I'm going to have to change my opinion on this one. I will go with disagree, in my opinion. I'll change that to that.
So that is a very good point. And I was thinking about that. Right before we're going to move on to the next one is there has to be a process.
Yeah.
So I will change mine from strongly. It says never though. I'm just going to leave it. But that's a great point by Eddie.
Okay. What's good for the most successful corporations is always ultimately good for all of us. Oh my God! I gotta go with strongly disagree with this one. So
I know. We got to be clear on this stuff. A corporation can be basically as powerful as a government. I mean, there's not much. I mean, these large corporations. You look at BlackRock or these other private equity firms. I mean, are they more powerful than our government? I don't even know anymore. It's all so absolutely strongly disagree.
Yeah, they are more powerful.
Yeah. No broadcasting institution, however independent its content, should receive public funding. I would say that I agree.
I would say strongly agree. I do not believe any broadcasting institution like CNN, MSNBC, or even Fox should receive any money from us at all. At least that's how I'm interpreting it.
I'm trying to think why I wouldn't be strongly agree, and I can't think of it. So I am a strongly agree as well.
So yeah, I love this one. Our civil liberties are being excessively curbed in the name of counterterrorism. Strongly agree with that. All you have to look at is the Iraq War. Literally, that's all I got to say on that.
All you have to do is travel on an airplane and go through security, and especially compared to what it was before 2001. Yeah. And a significant advantage. Oh, you were going to say something?
Oh, you go ahead.
A significant advantage of a one-party state is that it avoids all the arguments that delay progress in a democratic political system. So I'm going to do that one more time. A significant advantage of a one-party state, which I would say would you say China's a one-party state?
Yes, I would say that.
I strongly agree. Not that I support a one-party state, but that statement I view that statement as fact.
This one is a tough question. I'm debating between agree and disagree on this one. So, I will go with That it like you can do things faster. Is that how it's being interpreted? I believe that's how it is.
Yeah, I'm using China as the one-party state example, and their infrastructure is like orders of
Well,
magnitude quicker than ours.
well, when you watch in Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith, remember when Anakin told Padme that hey, that they're giving more power back to the Supreme Chancellor, so now we can end this war even faster. So
Yep.
clearly, I'm gonna go with disagree on that one. I'm just seeing through the lines right there. I just am.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. All right. All although the electric age makes official surveillance easier, only wrongdoers need to be worried. Oh my God. I have to strongly disagree with that question right there.
This is the argument we're seeing very often now with the IRS conversation. People were saying, "Well, why are you worried about the IRS if you're not doing anything wrong?" And they're ignoring all the context and different scenarios. And if the IRS is auditing you and you have to hire lawyers, they're not paying that money back if they're wrong. So there's a lot that people don't take into account. And it's a terrible argument.
Yeah.
Strongly disagree.
Yeah. All you need to look at is the FBI, the CIA, the NSA, NASA. Because guess what? NASA also surveillance people as well. If you didn't know that, I believe in the IRS as well. I believe all those institutions, like those extensions of the government, should be abolished. But that's just my opinion on that. So
Absolutely, the death penalty should be an option for the most serious crimes. Whew. The death penalty is a very tough question for me. I am not. It's one of those few topics that I am not very. I haven't thought through my opinion on it to a definitive end yet. I'm gonna disagree.
I'm strongly agreeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I believe people who kill people should be killed, but at least done it in a legal way first. Yeah. But when I mean by hand them over to the family first, just let them beat them up first, then hand them back over. So
my hesitancy is you have to have trust in the justice system to get the right person.
So yeah. In a civilized society, one must always have people above to be obeyed and people below to be commanded. Oh my God. Let's see right here. I don't. Can you name one civilization that has not had people above or below? Like literally, I do not recall any off the top of my head. So just going by history, I have to say strongly agree right there.
Yeah, I'm going to strongly agree with that. I mean, there's a lot of people need to be led.
Yeah,
it must always be that way. Everyone can't be the lead chef. I mean, you've got to have people who play different roles. I strongly agree.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This one's yours, I believe.
Yes, abstract art that doesn't represent anything shouldn't be considered art at all. I'd strongly disagree with that. It's all up to interpretation.
Literally, abstract art that doesn't represent anything shouldn't be considered art. Do you consider Picasso to be art then?
Absolutely. Yeah, I consider clapping your hands music. So I'm very liberal on that interpretation. Yep.
I will go with agree on this question. I will go with agree. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that mine?
Mine.
Okay.
No, this one's mine.
Okay.
In criminal justice, punishment should be more important than rehabilitation. I'm going to go with agree on this question. I'm not going to go. I can't say strongly agree, but I will go with agree, because clearly obviously there are some things in prison I don't agree with, if someone drops the bar of soap in the shower in prison. So I don't think that should happen to someone in prison. I'm just going to go off the realm and say that, but I also don't think that they should be if you watched in some of these European countries Have you seen these maximum security prisons where like prisoners are fed like 5-course meals? They're like they're allowed to dance. Like there's literally a prison in I believe it's in Norway where literally people are in their cells and they have like movies, TVs, a gym, a kitchen, a bathroom. Like literally, there's all all that. There's also another island in Norway, which is a prison, which literally all they do is just let the prisoners on the island and that's it. They literally have cabins they can live in. They can just fish out at the sea. They play games and like that, like tennis and stuff like that. So, yeah, and if you look at the rate of committing crimes in Europe, like particularly in Norway, they're actually much lower than it is in the U.S. So, I have to go with agree on this question. I can't say strongly agree, but I will go with agree.
For this one, I would say that I would disagree. I think rehabilitation should be more important. They should be very close together. But if I had to err on which side, I would err on the side of rehabilitation. Obviously, depending on the crime and the person.
Yeah.
It is a waste of time to try and rehabilitate some criminals. I strongly agree.
Same here. I think that one's pretty easy right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Osama bin Laden would be worth trying to rehabilitate. So
Nah.
Yeah. The business person and the manufacturer are more important than the writer and the artist. I would say disagree on that one. Because I am a capitalist, but I do think that the writer and the artist should get the credit they need, but also the people that run the company and make the products, they are the ones doing the bulk of the work. So it's their product. So I can't say I strongly disagree or agree. I have to go disagree on this one.
Very difficult question for me. The business person and the manufacturer are more important than the writer and the artist. So and I have to decide here. There's no, I would be somewhat in the middle here.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't, I don't even know how to answer this question.
Well, here's an example. Say a band makes a record, an album at some record label. Who should get more credit for it? They're providing the studios, the producers to work on it, but the band, they're the ones playing the instruments and writing the songs. So
I'm going to strongly disagree because I think they are all equal.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Mothers may have carriers, but their first duty is to be homemakers. I think you pretty much can tell where I'm going to land on this one. I know people are going to hate me for this one, and I know they will. I strongly agree on that question. I'm old school, guys. You can be mad at me all you want, but I'm old school. Like I said, I believe men should be the ones to be working, be the ones working and paying all the bills, and the mothers should be the ones at home taking care of cleaning the house and taking care of the kids. That's just my opinion. And I think it's clearly obvious that men are built better to go out there, do the heavy work and stuff like that, and the women are there they're not as nearly as strong as us. I'm just going to go out there and say it. I'm sorry, ladies. We men are stronger than you. So I have to. Men are built to work. Women are meant to aid and be like that. So and guess what? I prefer women that stay home and take care of the kids and clean the house. That's actually hot to me, really hot.
Yeah, there's no right or wrong to this. So I hope people understand that. I mean, the only person that should care is the person that would be the mother of your children. So I think you have to find the right person for you. I will strongly disagree because I think it's just up to the personal situation.
Yep. Okay.
Multinational companies are unethically exploiting the plant genetic resources of developing countries. I don't know if I'm knowledgeable enough on this one to answer. I would assume yes. Multinational companies are unethically exploiting the plant genetic resources. What does that even mean? What is plant genetic resources?
I think this is just me. I'm just interpreting that they're taking resources from other countries and doing it in a bad way. That's just the way I'm taking it. So I would have. For me, and this is just my opinion, I will just say agree, but you could go with disagree, and I wouldn't argue against that.
I don't even. I think this one might throw things off a little bit. I don't think I'm even knowledgeable enough to answer this one, so I will say agree because I assume that multinational companies are unethically doing something. So I'm just going to put agree.
Yeah, making peace with the establishment is an important aspect of maturity.
Whoa.
Well,
what?
Making peace with the establishment is an important aspect of maturity. Well, I'm going to ask you this, Osiris. Do you think we should make peace with Liz Cheney, Mitt Romney, Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski? Would you say we have to?
Absolutely not. Well, and I mean, when I say that, I mean politically disagreeing. Obviously, no violence. I think I don't take this as a violence or non-violence. It says making peace. I think this is compliance because they said it's an important aspect of maturity. Mine is a hell no.
I will say strongly disagree with that.
Yeah. That was a fun question, though. This is the last page here.
One. What? No.
Five. I'm sorry. We got 2 more pages.
Yeah. Astrology accurately explains many things. Astrology accurately explains many things. I'm gonna go with disagree on this. Like I said, I'm not religious, but I do think there are something I do believe in the Bible. I believe in God. This is just a personal one for me. So I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. But I do believe in God and the Bible, and I do think some things aren't accurate or being portrayed as they're intended to be. At least what they're shown to be. What I should say.
Yeah, I do believe in God, and I don't know where astrology falls in this whole realm of nature, life, and God, but it does accurately explain things to me, so I will say agree at times. It definitely does.
Okay.
You cannot be moral without being religious. So you cannot be moral without being religious.
I'm not religious.
What does being religious mean? Because I believe in God. I don't believe in organized religion. I'm not gonna take that as organized religion. And so I'm gonna disagree though. So for example, say somebody is an atheist. Can they be moral?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have atheist friends.
Yeah. So I would strongly disagree.
We disagree completely, and there are times where we go at it about it. But I'm still good friends with them. So, but I say strongly disagree right there.
Where does the moral compass come from an atheist?
I would say it would be more compassionate. At least that's how I interpret it.
Yeah, it's a very good question. I will strongly disagree. Well, I'm actually going to change that to a disagree. I'm a little hesitant there. Go ahead.
Charity is better than Social Security. You're going to love this one, I can tell. Yeah. Charity is better than Social Security as a means of helping the genuinely disadvantaged. I'm going to go with agree right here. Like I said, I like the welfare system. It has benefits, but I don't think it's entirely the path we should be on. Like I said, I believe if you were a veteran, you should be paid because you risked your life for this country. If you're an elderly person and you retire, I believe you should be entitled to money. But like I said, if someone's just sitting on their couch, that's not doing anything really, just living off their parents or their friends, they shouldn't be paid anything like that. People that generally go to charity, genuine people that go to charity, they're people that generally are in more need than people on Social Security. So yeah.
So we're comparing specifically charity to Social Security. There's a lot there because you have to assume that Social Security is even a good idea. I would say I strongly disagree. So if I'm giving this choice of charity versus Social Security, you pay into that as you go, and I think that's more certain than charity. So I will say I will strongly disagree.
Yeah, I would say more compassionate people are with charity, but that's just my opinion on it. Some people are naturally. Wait, is this one yours or mine? Wait, this is yours.
Yeah, yeah. Some people are naturally unlucky. I will strongly disagree. I know it feels that way, it can feel that way, but I think in the course of events that luck evens out in a way. So I will say strongly disagree, but I can see the argument.
Well, the thing is, I don't even believe in luck at all, so I have to say strongly disagree with that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay. It is important that my child's school instills religious values. For me, I think this is supposed to be a personal one for you. So, even though I'm not religious, I do believe religious values are actually important for children to where they should go. So, I have to go with strongly agree on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go strongly disagree because whose religious values are we talking about? I think that's the issue I have with critical race theory. It's a religion and it is being instilled in schools. So I would say disagree.
Yeah, it just depends on how you. That's just the way I'm viewing it. So yeah. Okay, is this one yours or mine? Okay.
This is yours.
Sex outside marriage is usually immoral. I strongly disagree with that. I believe almost everyone has had sex when they're outside of marriage. If you talk to a lot of religious people, they will tell you that they've had sex with not being married. A lot of them will. Most of them probably, I believe. And so my mom wasn't married when she had my brother because he has a different father. But she was married when she had to my father when she had me and my sister. But I believe they had relations before they were married. So yeah, I have to say strongly disagree.
I strongly disagree. I think part of our whole makeup is to procreate. So naturally you want to do that whether you're married or not. A same-sex couple in a stable, loving relationship should not be excluded from the possibility of child adoption. I strongly agree with that. I could not agree strongly enough. We don't have enough people adopting children in general. Yes. I am not going to limit that, but let me know what you think.
Well, I'm a huge fan of Dave Rubin, and so I don't care if he's gay or not. Hey, to me, as long as you're taking care of the kids and they're at least having a good life, and I believe as long as they're having a good life, at least you have some women coming into their lives at some point. At least at some point, look, either way, if there is or isn't, there shouldn't there shouldn't be any restrictions on them adopting. I'm just saying I would prefer women do come into the kids' lives, just come into it. I'm not saying be a big part of it, just come into it. And Dave Rubin even said that his husband's mother is going to be staying with them for a while. So yeah, I don't care. I don't care whether you're gay, bi, or anything else. You should not be excluded from adoption, in my opinion.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah. Pornography depicting consenting adults should be legal for the adult population. I strongly agree with that. Find me one guy who has never watched porn once. For real, find me one. We all have done it. And people in the chat, don't lie. I know you have too. And I know you two have, Osiris. I can already tell.
Yes, for sure. Matt Walsh makes a compelling argument for making it illegal. It has become more accessible than in the past. So I do have hesitations here, but so it's agree or strongly agree for me. I'm just going to go with a mini agree. I'm just going to go with an agree on that one because it is very dangerous and is becoming very prevalent. So I have to think about that more.
Okay, this one's yours.
What goes on in a private bedroom between consenting adults is no business of the state. I will agree. The only reason it's not a strongly agree is that it's so general. I mean, if something that is there something that could be detrimental to society. They said consenting, so I'm just gonna go with agree because I'm not comfortable going all the way with strongly on this one.
Well, here's the thing though. Like, I do not believe it's my business to get involved in like what you do in your own bedroom. Hey, as long as you're not harming anyone, because guess what? Harming someone is actually illegal. But if two consenting adults are like doing some weird things connecting to this the pornography thing as well, as if they do a lot of hardcore stuff in there. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
But stuff in there that's like, whoa. Like I like some of this stuff, but I never even thought about this stuff right here. So I strongly agree with that question right there.
Mm-hmm.
No one can feel naturally homosexual. There are people that do strongly feel that. So I have to strongly disagree with that one because there are plenty of people that do truly feel that, fully do.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Like feel like they're attracted to a person of the same sex. That's at least how I'm interpreting that.
Wait, what do you mean? What does naturally mean though? I don't like born that way?
Yes, that's how it is. Yeah. Because I know plenty of people that are like that. So
no one. It's just I don't even understand. I literally don't understand what it means. Wow. Are naturally felt or okay? So I'm thinking naturally or So this is weird. Worded so weirdly. So no one can feel naturally. I strongly disagree with this.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah.
SD Sartre in the comment section in the live chat said comfortable being homosexual, and yeah, there are plenty of people that do feel uncomfortable with that. So yeah.
Yeah, I strongly disagree.
Since you can answer, is this yours or mine?
I can I forget, but these days openness. Yeah, it is mine. I think these days openness about sex has gone too far. I would strongly agree, in my opinion.
Ooh, has it gone too far?
Because it's gone to the kids. I mean, we're openly discussing sexual matters, in my opinion, that have no business being around children, and it's gone way too far.
Yep, I agree with you on. I strongly agree with you on that. So
that's a conservative. They're looking to see if you're conservative or not, probably on that. Now let's see where you stand. You got yours, right?
Yeah, I got mine. I'm pressing it right now. Okay. Yeah, and before we say where we landed, I just want to look at this. Where is this? Wait a minute. Where is this? Okay, I got it now. Okay, never mind. Let's go right into it. I see mine right here.
Okay. So let me go down. Mine is. Oh, it's pretty much where we thought it would be. I'm kind of surprised. I'm a little bit right, and not as libertarian as the last time I took it, which is interesting. But yeah, right.
Yeah. You can click on my right there. That's me right there.
Ray, Ray predicted exactly where we were going to be, I think.
Yeah. Like I said, you would be more libertarian than me and more left than me, but I would be more authoritarian and more right than you are. So yeah, I mean, I would think generally, I would say I'm right there, but I think I might be just a little more right, but from the questions that this is asking, I'm not surprised that I'm landed right here. So yeah.
Let's look at ours and then see if anybody in the chat remembers theirs or took it with us. So you're right. So Ray said he's more authoritarian, but take a look. He's not an authoritarian though.
Yeah.
He's under the line. He's just more than I am.
Yes.
So he's not an authoritarian, and you're a little bit more right.
Yeah.
So we're in the same area code.
Yeah, like I said, I'm a traditional conservative. So yeah.
Now, from the last time I took it, Ray, I've moved right. I was left. I was pretty much almost in the middle left.
Yeah.
I was way further left than I am right here. I was left libertarian. Now I'm right libertarian in 1 year. That's what government the government putting their boot on your neck will turn you right
Yeah.
libertarian.
Yeah. Before I got red pilled, I would say I would say that I'm right. I would be on the left before I got red pilled. Like before 2020 and January 6th, I would have been definitely on the left side, libertarian. But like I said, I became a traditional conservative, so I'm not surprised where I landed.
Yep, good stuff. Fun going through that. Ghost Leader says I'm just further right than both of you. So you're further right. Are you more authoritarian or less than Ray? So are you higher than Ray or lower than Ray? But you're further right. So good to know. Thanks, Ghost. SD Sarter says I'm on the bar one space to the left. What does that mean?
I think I think that person is talking about that they're on the left though.
Yeah.
Just barely on the left. So,
barely on the left. Okay.
I'm assuming the left libertarian. At least that's how I'm interpreting it. So
yeah. We probably don't have too many people who are far in either direction on the channel. I wonder, do we have any authoritarians in the house? Doesn't it sound weird to say? I don't mean that disrespectfully. It just sounds funny to say. But did anyone fall into the authoritarian realm?
GH something leader says lower than Ray, higher than you.
So you can tell he's right where. So he said he's lower than that, higher than me. So he's right in the same area.
Yeah.
As us. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm a conservative. You're clearly a libertarian. That's pretty obvious right there.
Yeah. Do I qualify as a libertarian with that? I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so I'm not as like. I wonder where Michael Malice would fit on this. Are you familiar with Michael?
I know who he is. I think he considers himself to be an anarchist, which would land on the right authoritarian.
No. I think he'd be on the. He would answer every question like in the most, strict libertarian manner. So I think he would be. I don't know how far right he would be, but he would be all the way down on the libertarian scale. I think.
Weird.
Yeah.
He considers himself to be an anarchist, but an anarchist is an authoritarian right, not a libertarian right. So.
So that's a good. I think so. He's an anarcho-capitalist. I think that's different than like the anarchist. Yeah.
Okay. He calls himself an anarchist, though. So.
Yeah.
So he should probably get the slogan right then, the marketing right. So.
I think he's trying to market that, as an ANCAP in a different way. Right on the x-axis bar. Okay.
On the left or right?
I'm on the bar one space to the left on the x-axis bar, so just right there. Pretty much in the middle, sounds like, but a little bit on the left. So we're all kind of grouped up in that area.
I'm curious. Has anyone in the live chat got on the left authoritarian side? I am very curious on that. Very curious.
That would be Vosh.
Oh, yeah.
To me, Vosh labels himself as a socialist libertarian, but to me, he's a socialist. He's an authoritarian, in my opinion.
And the funny thing about this test, though, is it has both Hitler and Margaret Thatcher in the right authoritarian side. That is the most pathetic thing I've heard before. Literally. But
Hitler should be on the left authoritarian, yeah.
Because he was a socialist.
Yeah.
So clearly he's on the left authoritarian.
Yeah.
Same thing with Stalin. Same thing with Mao.
Yeah.
Like the only major dictator that I know of that would be on the right authoritarian is Genghis Khan. That's the only one I know of.
That's a good one. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. I'm curious. Did you tell Carlos that he should probably take the test too?
I haven't. No, I didn't. He should. Yeah, I'm very curious to see where he would line. He'd be more right than both of us, I think. No.
He would be pretty much where I'm at. I believe. That's what I believe. That's what I believe, because the only difference between me and him really is that he's religious and I'm not. But I'm open to religion though. So yeah.
Yeah. Why is China so? Why isn't China further left?
It should be. North Korea should be. That's where it should be. Saudi Arabia should not be that high. It should be a little lower. It should be on the authoritarian, but should be lower than that.
Mm-hmm. I'm not familiar.
Singapore should be on the the left authoritarian. That I truly believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Switzerland, that's right where I expected.
Yeah, I agree there. I'm not familiar with Uruguay. What do you think about that? If you were familiar.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar, but
okay.
If I had to take a guess, I'd be just slightly less. It would just be slightly more libertarian, slightly though.
Yeah.
That's just a guess, though. Yeah, but like this test is actually like you can clearly tell just judging by the way the questions are worded that it was made by someone on the left. That's pretty obvious right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you get my text that earlier today that probably around January or February is when you and Carlos should get together to do a podcast in person?
I think that'd be dope, man. So if Carlos is somebody that we've worked with, has a channel going, and he is going to come on here. We've got it scheduled for Wednesday.
Okay.
So yeah, if you guys tune into the channel Wednesday during the afternoon, it'll be I don't know, what time did we set? I forgot. Like 5 Eastern, I think, or something like that.
I'll be working when it's going on, but I'll try whenever if you're doing it when I'm on my break, I'll try to catch a minute or two of it, but I won't be able to catch all of it right then. I'll probably wait till I get off work on Wednesday to probably see it. So yeah, but yeah, like I think that it should be me and you travel to Florida to do it with Carlos. It's like because I got family in Tampa.
Oh,
so,
I'm good with that, man. Florida is nice. I'm good with that.
Yeah, and like I told you, like you and your family should consider moving out here to Iowa or moving down there to Florida with Carlos.
Yeah, where you're living right now really matters. I'm hearing Philadelphia is still doing some. Did you hear about that, Ray? Philadelphia schools.
Are you talking about mask thing? I heard about that.
Yeah. So I think where you live, it still matters. This whole thing is not over. They're still going to be attempting to do things. There's a lot going on still. That's all I had planned was the political compass because I got a lot to do. But since we're talking about it, let me bring up the Philadelphia story. Do you have a second, Ray?
Yeah, well, I have plenty of time. I have nothing else to do today.
Okay. Yeah, let's look at that since we just kind of brought it up. Philadelphia schools absurdly mandating, and let me do a disclaimer for YouTube. I'm not telling anybody to do anything or not to do anything. I'm just reading the news. I am not a doctor, and really you should make your own decision regardless of the doctor. You just get the information. You make your own decision.
Yeah.
Philadelphia schools absurdly mandating masks for the first 10 days of school year.
Why the first 10 days?
That's weird, isn't it?
That doesn't make any sense. Why the first 10 days?
I don't know. I thought the CDC just released an update too that so they said that there have been studies conducted that there's no conclusive data either way, but it doesn't seem to matter to the school administrators. So just a few weeks ago, a number of districts across the country announced new muzzling practices. So they are going to mandate them for the first 10 days. Has there been a decision for after that? For the first 10 days, from August 29th through September 9th, all students and staff will be required to muzzle, I'm paraphrasing, while in school, regardless of the pandemic. Wow, regardless of the pandemic community level. Students and staff at pre-K Head Start programs are still required to wear these muzzles at all times, regardless of the community level. That's correct. On top of the ludicrous 10-day mandate, 3 to 4-year-olds will be forced to muzzle at all times. That's some serious stuff man. This is not 2020. This is 2022, like right now.
2022 is almost half over. So,
wow.
Well, and speaking of this, are you aware that Iowa and like this is probably a little recruiting thing, trying to recruit you to Iowa because there's really no other podcasters in Iowa other than me, really. So I would actually really like if you did come, if you guys at least moved here, like come. I live in Cedar Rapids. Like if you came to Cedar Rapids or Des Moines, I would appreciate that because that'd be pretty good. But like Kim Reynolds, our governor, my governor, she's one of the best governors in the entire country. She's the only. She's like literally like I would actually put her at number 3, only behind DeSantis and Abbott, literally. And she was actually the first person to reopen schools during the fall of 2020. The first one to do it, and to do it fully. And she gave the parents the option whether to homeschool or to send their kids to public schools, online schools. I meant not homeschooling, online schooling. She was the first one to give and mandated, and it's passed in the law that schools have to offer that to parents, whether they do it in the classroom or online. Mandated. You have to offer both, and let the parents pick whatever one they want.
Yeah, I like that. So I'm gonna play this clip here. Other areas. So we just talked about Philadelphia schools. This was a debate here for. Let's see. I forget what they're running for here, but yes, for Congress. New York 10, District 10, listen to this.
Maud Marin is the only candidate vehemently opposed to vaccine mandates of any kind, and it was consistently called out the refusal by New York officials to follow the science by advocating for policies that just don't make sense. As the only public school mother in the race, she has seen the damage that COVID restrictions have on New York City children. Maud Marin is with us now. Maud, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me, Kim.
So first of all, so you're the only...
I think I missed it, or hold on. Okay, yeah, I missed it. Here it is.
Okay.
I just wanted to show the moment. It's surreal watching them answer this question.
Questions, please just answer yes or no. Ms. New, do you believe the federal government should reinstate any federal mask mandates, for example, on airplanes?
Yes.
Do you support ongoing mask mandates on public transportation, like subways and buses?
Yes.
Should the COVID vaccine be required for public school children?
Yes.
Mr. Jones, same questions.
It's going to be tough for me to remember all 3.
Do you believe the federal government should reinstate any federal mask mandates? For example,
I'm sorry. I got to stop this. You heard the questions the first time, right? And we just went through the political compass. So as they're saying the question, I'm like, no. And he needs them repeated back to him.
Yeah.
So it's not a natural no.
Yeah. Express Artemis said it best. She's not wearing a mask now, LOL. Like, oh my God. Oh my
She's not wearing a mask. That's a great. I feel stupid because I didn't even think of that.
Same here. I was going to say the exact same thing. I didn't think of it. So what is this? Like
they go down the line. You don't need to even see the rest of it. They all, literally every candidate, yes.
Wow. And these are candidates where again? What's
New York District 10 for Congress, for the House.
Wow.
Crazy, man.
Well, so is it down where New York City is? Somewhere around there?
That's a good question.
Because if it's down there or if it's northern upper New York, it'll depend on. Like if it's upper New York, there's a much lower chance of them actually getting in. Like where Buffalo is, there's a much lower chance.
Oh, okay. I don't know their map very well.
Let's see right here. I'm gonna look this up too.
Yeah, look it up real quick if you got it. Do you know New York very well?
In what sense are you? In what sense?
Well, I don't even know much about New York City, how the whole.
You know my friend Adam, who I told you about. I've had on my show.
Yep.
He's moving to New York. The only reason is because like he has a business opportunity. So he's gonna be making a shit ton of money by doing it. So
yeah.
So I wouldn't advise him. I wouldn't advise him to do it, but because he's on the road trip right now, he's heading there right at the moment as we speak.
Much luck. Good luck to him.
Yeah. You should give a shout out to his channel because he does a whole lot of good stuff too. I'll bring him up too. Like Adam Francisco, he's my buddy. He does a whole lot of good stuff too on his show. Like he literally goes out in public and asks people questions as well. Literally just like Steven Crowder does, except he doesn't have a crew doing it with him. It's just him. Like right here. Right here. Give me 1 second. This is Adam right here. It's in the share thing right now. Like, go subscribe to Adam Francisco. He's definitely on the populist right, but he's not a conservative. He's a libertarian. He probably would agree with you a whole lot more. He would agree with you almost exactly like you, Osiris, except on abortion, really. Because he's a diehard Trump supporter, diehard. So yeah. I'll send you I'll put the link to in the private chat so you can post it, because like he's a really cool guy, like one of my best buddies on YouTube. So yeah, with the way things are now, just wish him the best of luck. I mean, he's going into enemy territory now. I know New York is huge, depends on where he is, but in general, that state is tough right now for any. Yeah, he also said that he's gonna have he said he would have a better opportunity to change things, because like in Florida, he runs into nothing but Trump supporters, really. Once in a while, he'll run into a liberal, but he'll run into a whole lot more liberals in New York. And like he said, he has a better chance of fixing things there. So, yeah.
You know, I was thinking about New York the other day, Ray.
Yeah.
And growing up, I always looked at New Yorkers almost with admiration about how, you know, the stereotype was New Yorkers were tough. You know what I mean? Like they were like the heart of America, they were like Midwesterners but tougher. Like they're the real capital of our country.
They've never been tough as Midwesterners. Because guess what? I'm in the Midwest, and they're nothing compared to us. I'm just letting you know that right now. Like that's District 10 right there. I just posted right there.
Oh, did you put it up? Let me see.
Yeah, it's right there. That's District 10.
Yep. Okay.
So that's all the green right there.
Yep.
So, but it's pretty weird though. It's literally going the entire. It's starting all the way up here. I believe. It starts all the way from. Is this Queen? No, that's not Queens right there. But it's going all the way from down here, all the way down to the Bronx, which literally makes no sense whatsoever. Like, how do you have that much power over someone, and literally you're just in a small district? Like, like you remember when they were doing the congressional maps, a few months ago, where like literally a judge in New York struck it down because of gerrymandering, because like they were it was pretty obvious what they were doing right there. Like literally, except it was much more pathetic than this actually is right here. So I don't know if they got approved or not now or not. I don't know. I'll have to look that up later. So yeah.
Yeah, but on the New York thing, I'm going to bring up this Sav Says video, and I think I brought it up before on the channel. But it's just looking at New York, what's happening. I always talk about they took Thomas Jefferson out of City Hall. They've got all kinds of crime, and the city is turning into something that really they can't even be proud of, at least from afar. They're not what I thought they were. New Yorkers are obedient. They're not tough. Am I wrong? I mean, what did they? They're not. They're not standing up for anything. They're not. They're not what I thought they were. Am I wrong, or what do you think?
You're completely right there. Like they're pretty much weaklings as well as you. They're pretty much weaklings, as you would put it. Like clearly, if you look at New York back in the 50s, back to even to the 20s and 30s, when Babe Ruth was the king of the town, they actually looked like hard people right there. Like they literally, if you look at all that footage, they look tough. And literally, it was just a whole bunch of businessmen. Now, when you look at it, it's all people with just pink and purple hair. Literally, just a bunch of beta males just walking around the street. Literally, that's what it is. I'm not sugarcoating it. That's literally what it is. That's literally what it is.
I don't know why that made me laugh, but let's take a look. Sav says she hits the streets. Much respect. We'll just play a little bit of this. This is New York right here.
New York City. Now I'm here because I want to ask New York locals what it's like living here. I got here about a day ago. There's trash in the streets. It smells bad. Is this just the norm for them? Let's go find out, and let's also figure out what the craziest thing New Yorkers have seen. Kind of like that. Are you from New York?
Born and raised.
Born and raised? My God, I'm from Texas. I feel like it's so dirty here and it smells weird. What are your thoughts?
Definitely, most certainly is, but born and raised, you get used to it.
I've never seen so.
You know what that sounds like, Ray?
What?
I played a video from Chinese citizens talking about their social credit score.
Yeah,
That's exactly how they were like. They were like, "Oh well,
Yeah.
that's what it is, and this is what we do, and for the greater good." Or
Yeah. And
that's not.
And on a side note, I don't like New York because I'm a Cowboys and Cubs fan too. That's just a side note. So yeah, I can't stand the Giants or the Yankees. So yeah.
So much trash in the streets. Is this kind of just like your normal everyday?
Normal every day. It's not a pleasing aesthetic, but again, you get used to it.
Is this just everyday normal New York life?
Not every day. Some days get worse than others.
I ain't gonna lie, it's the summertime, bro. Like, they be violating during the summertime. They'll let the garbage pile up. For me, I'm from the Bronx. I'm not even from Manhattan. So in my part of town, it's even worse. Like, I'm from the P's. So they just be letting garbage just, like, stack up.
It's always just hot trash.
What? Pause it.
That's Chrissy Mayer.
What the?
That's Chrissy Mayer. She's a comedian. You know her, I'm sure, right? Or no?
I know who you're talking about, but literally, you just had to pause it right there. Like, oh my god. You gotta screen capture that. You gotta do something. You gotta do something with that right there.
Yeah, she's great. She's very funny. She hosts things. She's at Comic-Con events and stuff. She is great. She is a really good YouTuber.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a funny pose there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like hot. Yeah, it's just, you get used to it.
I was just kind of shocked because
You hear that again? You hear that again? You get used to it.
Go back to that guy, because go back to him. Just nope. When I say beta males, this is what I'm referring to. This is literally what I'm referring to right here. This is, guys, in the chat. This is the
I don't.
This is the definition of a beta male right there. This is the definition.
It's funny because before I played the video, you were talking about it, and then this happens. Now I want to be clear. I'm a little bit more. I don't mind, man. It's like it's all good. It's all good. It's just it's more the mentality. See, here's the thing, Ray. I think this dude, the way that I view things, this dude right here, even though he might not look the beta male part as much as the other dude, I think their mentality is the same. I think they're both equally as beta in their mentality.
Yes, it's literally it's literally like this definition, like an alpha male who literally likes to be dominated by a woman during sex. That's literally what it is. That's literally what it is. Like this is off topic though. This is a story I heard about from a YouTuber who's one of my favorite. He's not a political commentator. He's a YouTube reactor. He did a video about this years ago, and like literally he says because this guy's an alpha, and he said he was hanging out with a couple other alphas. And one of the alphas, when they were talking about it, they were talking about sex, whatever you want to call it. And literally they were talking about, I'm trying to be PG-13 right here, talking about eating booty. and literally they were talking about would you let a woman do that to you? And the YouTuber was like, no. And then he said this about the alpha guy. He literally bent over like he was twerking. Like literally, it said, "If a girl want to do that," and he said, "Yo, you don't understand, yo. This dude is an alpha. I'm talking like knock you out, well dressed, and he's like what you people think of as an alpha." But he's willing to do something that a lot of people would consider to be more effeminate or more beta male-like. So, yeah.
I just want to make it clear. I don't ever purport myself to be some alpha or anything like that. I called myself I say beta male now because it's like beta. They're like the same thing. But I put my wife and I put muzzled our 2-year-old to send them to preschool for however many months that stuff lasted, like 6 months or something like that. Yeah. I will never forget that moment for the rest of my life, being that obedient and that's embarrassing. So I'm not gonna knock them without acknowledging my own faults. We can all be, or at least me, I'll say we can both be beta-ish, but at some point that ain't lasting forever. At least for me, I know that for sure. That's why you're talking about come to Iowa and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like hey, Cyrus, when I'm saying come to Iowa, I'm actually being serious about it. Like come here. Like I think you would like it a whole lot around here. Like particularly in my area, it's quiet, peaceful. No one bothers you. Like that would be really cool. Like you should check it out. Like particularly because I live in Cedar Rapids, you should check Cedar Rapids out. And if you don't like if you don't think Cedar Rapids is a good fit, try Des Moines because Des Moines is a really cool place too.
Yeah, I've been out to Minnesota. I was just out there in Minnesota, South Dakota, North Dakota. There's some nice Nebraska. So yeah, it's a matter of that's a big move, but it's something that's always on my mind. Like Colorado is probably one of the best blue run states you could be in, but that's not saying a lot.
Yeah, but like literally, like come to Iowa or Florida or whatever one. I would prefer Iowa because I like quiet and stuff like that. And plus, you have the conservative stuff similar to like Florida does. You know, it's red too. Like, and literally, they're pro parent choice. Do whatever you want. That's literally what it is up here too. So yeah. Let me get back to that video because I wanted to see a little more of that.
Yeah, we'll get to the video. Yeah, it's a great video. Shout out to Sav, Savannah Hernandez. Eric Smith says, "What? I'm a little bit left and exactly on the middle between authoritarian and libertarian. So why do you make me so mad, Osiris? I feel like you are not right enough." So before last year, I was left probably where you are, Eric Smith. I did move right. I don't think I'm going to move that far right. I don't know how much. I'll go wherever I go, but I don't see myself moving that much more right.
I could see myself. I like from what I've seen from the test that we took. I believe I agree with the general area. I would just say I'm a little more right, but not a whole lot more. Just a little more.
Yeah. So Ray, we got feedback. Can you turn your mic up? Can I change your audio volume? Let me see. You sound fine to me, but someone gave feedback. Maybe it's
well. The thing is, I still have the Blue Yeti.
Okay.
The thing is, I haven't got the Shure SM7B yet because, like, I literally have all the equipment except the microphone. The thing is, I'm just saving up for something and something else too because, like, I literally have something important I want to get. Like,
yeah, I think I can turn your mic up though. Yeah. Sorry, let me adjust your mic.
Yeah, but
okay, keep talking.
You want to see what I'm saving up for? Because this is actually something I think you would actually be interested in. Let me show you this right here. Let me bring it up because, yeah, I'm actually going to use this as a prop too. In my studio, I'm debating this. Right here. Give me a second.
Sure.
Okay. Oh, you bring it up right now. That's it right there. This I'm saving up to get this.
Wow, that's a beast.
I'm either this or a Star Wars casket. Like look how badass that looks. Because I'm a diehard Kiss fan. I'm also a diehard Star Wars fan. So, and this is a company that makes professional caskets. And literally, it's an actual casket. And what I want to do is I want to get it and like literally put it back right here. So when I do my podcast, everyone can see it.
That would be dope, man. I'm thinking about if I do like a real setup, what it would look like. That's dope.
And you know how caskets cost like $7-8 grand. This right here costs $3 grand. Like literally,
not as much as I thought actually, but yeah.
I'll go look up Nashville casket sales. Like literally, like I'll show you the Star Wars one too because that one is badass too. Give me 1 second.
This is a subculture I am not aware of, so I'm learning with everybody else here.
Oh, I love this one too, the Ghostbusters casket. Yeah, even though that's a one of a kind thing though. It's available on eBay for $5 grand though.
But aren't those kind of huge though?
Yeah, it's an actual casket, like literally.
That would make for a dope setup, but it is big. So
yeah, I'm a Cowboys fan too. So
oh my gosh.
But let me find this one right here. This one. Right. Let me get the full one right here. I'm gonna go to Facebook to get the full. They have the full thing right there. Because you got to check these guys out. At least go check their website out because this is really cool stuff right here. Right here. Here you go. Here it is right here. You see, this is the entire side of it. So that looks badass.
That's dope.
Yeah. Oh, that's the inside. So you have Darth Vader on the inside. Right there. Mm-hmm. That's the full thing right there. I'm debating between the Kiss one and this one to get.
Yeah, I didn't know you were a Kiss fan.
Kiss is my third favorite band of all time. Yeah. The only bands I like more than it are Pantera and Slipknot.
Oh, my wife was a big Pantera fan, at least from back in the day.
Yeah. Dimebag Darrell and Vinnie Paul are my two favorite musicians of all time.
Yeah. They're touring again, I think.
It's going to be a retour with just Phil and
And then the drummer from another group, right?
Yeah, Zach Wilde, who was Dimebag's closest friend, was going to be playing the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if you didn't know, both Dimebag and Vinny were buried in Kiss caskets.
Really?
Vinny was buried in that one I just showed you, that exact model. Wow. Dimebag was buried in the original one, which just said Kiss Forever and had all the original members on it. But yeah, it's pretty cool stuff right here. Yeah, and guess what? I was on the phone with these guys like a couple times, and I talked about the Star Wars one, and he said was they put only the first 6 episodes on the first 6 episodes on because they like those ones. They don't like any of the new Disney crap. So
yeah, and they know a lot of people don't like them.
Yeah, yeah, right. And also they have all the logos from all the posters from all the movies down here at the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to the video now. We're way off topic.
Oh, it's all good. We probably won't finish the whole thing, but this is interesting though. Let's look at New Yorkers.
Much trash before, but is this kind of just like your guys' normal every day?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm from Ohio. When I go home, it's immaculate compared. My wife's from Mexico City. She lives here with me, and she's more sensitized to it. Like, I can't believe all the garbage. And when we go home to Cincinnati, and the whole way there through Pennsylvania and Virginia and everywhere else, it's spotless.
So there was that question on the political compass that was something about people needing to be commanded.
Yeah.
And maybe I interpreted it wrong, but you're seeing people on the ground right now that I don't know if they're breaking laws or not, but let's assume they're not really breaking any laws. Yeah. They need to be commanded, right?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, so that's where I'm getting that answer from.
You couldn't find a cigarette butt on the ground. It's clean.
I think that it's like a jarring change, like to be in a city with so many people and like see crime statistics if you're not from like such a densely populated area. But honestly, like you're not gonna like go walk outside and get shot, like unless like you're doing something or like you're in like a neighborhood that like you don't want to be in.
Rewind it. I need to know if I heard that right. I need to know.
Yeah, I want to hear that again. Let's bring that back.
You couldn't find a cigarette butt on the ground. It's clean.
I think that it's like a jarring change, like to be in a city with so many people and like see crime statistics if you're not from like such a densely populated area. But honestly, like you're not gonna like go walk outside and get shot, like unless like you're doing something or like you're in like a neighborhood that like you don't want to be in or like.
Wait, so you could walk outside and get shot if you're in the.
So Sam's jumped in. He said, it's not like you're going to walk out and get shot or anything. He's like, well, unless you do this or unless this happens. And he was going to keep on going.
Yeah. And like Metalopoly said, they need Giuliani back. Big time.
Yeah, Giuliani. Yeah. Looking back, I did not give Giuliani, I'd never knocked him, but I never gave him the credit that he deserved until now I'm looking back at it for me.
Back when I was blue pilled, I thought he was just some weirdo, and then I actually started doing more research, and like this guy is actually a pretty good. This guy is actually brilliant when you look at him. Really brilliant.
Yep, and then he had the stop and frisk, and then 9/11 happened, and to me he kind of milked it a little much. Yeah. So I was like, he might be a little bit lacking on substance, but I was wrong. He actually, you look back, his policies stand the test of time.
Yeah.
Wrong place.
Well, not here.
I know you guys have a pretty high crime rate. As a local, what's the craziest thing that you've seen happen here in New York?
You see now, that's a really long list. And it would be really hard to try to pick, but maybe top 3. I would probably have to say once I saw a guy who was outside, broad daylight, children around, women around, everybody around, masturbating. And the cops came to address him, to which he got up and ran, his pants fell, and he kept running. That shit was insane.
What the?
And that probably doesn't even really top what I've seen. That's what I was able to pull.
And this is just your everyday life in New York?
Every day. It's almost to the point where you see it and it's just like a normalcy. It's like, oh, that's not crazy. That's just New York.
Like, have you ever seen a business get looted or anything like that?
Oh, for sure. That's not that crazy, though. I've done this.
Oh, my God.
I don't know about y'all where you're from. Hopefully you're in safe places. But she just said, have you ever seen a store get looted? And I think they think this is tough to be like, oh, that's nothing. No, bro. That's not what should be happening.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Like, have you seen all these videos from lids of TikTok where like showing all these stores being looted and the security isn't doing anything? And literally people are just filming it. So you're filming it without trying to stop them. But then again, when you look at it, if you try to stop them, they'll just kick your ass. So.
Oh yeah. You'll get in trouble. Oh, for sure.
I suck. Getting sucked by crackheads, crazy shit.
And that's just
there's staircases. It's crazy out here. New York is crazy,
I'm always seeing headlines that stores are getting looted, that crime is rampant. You guys have a very high crime rate up here. What has it been like?
Sorry. It has gotten pretty extreme over the last few months due to, racial tensions, things of that nature. The craziest thing that I have seen.
Oh my God! Oh my! Did he actually just say that? Did he actually just say that? Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
You can see when we use terms like NPC, non-playable characters, and no disrespect to him, I don't know him personally, but that's what it came across as. Yeah. Like he's just saying what he heard somebody say. Like, what is he talking about?
And it's actually something that happened to me is when a homeless guy tried to force me to buy him a cranberry juice at the Dunkin' Donuts.
So the volume got kind of low. Could you hear that, Ray, what he just said? Let me bring it back.
If a homeless guy asked him to buy him something?
Yeah, no, he didn't. The homeless guy didn't ask.
Is when a homeless guy tried to force me to buy him a cranberry juice at the Dunkin' Donuts.
What?
He threatened me. He said, listen, you don't want to see me when I'm angry, so you might as well buy me this cranberry juice. And I was like, you know what? You're right. Go ahead, sir. Order your cranberry juice.
So he just extorted you out of a cranberry juice?
Kind of did, yeah. I just was not in the mood to deal with it because you never know what could happen.
So you're not going to let me when I'm angry. So what's he going to do? Turn into the Incredible Hulk?
You got. I mean, man, I don't even know what I would do, man. I can't live like that. That's for damn sure.
No.
So we can stop it there, but. Empress Artemis was not. She did not mince words. I would say go F yourself and your cranberry juice. Yeah. But it's dangerous though.
Yeah. And Osiris, I also, like I told you, I do other videos besides my podcast now, just on my channel. Like I do try not to laugh videos. Like I said, like I text you one time, you should do one with me because like I've seen some hilarious videos right here. So. Yeah. Like memes, fails, idiots getting hurt, idiots doing stupid things. Like literally a whole lot of funny stuff like this.
Yeah. So I was going to stop it, but Metalopoly, I've watched this whole thing. I don't remember this one. Wait until she interviews the crackhead. So let's take a look at that.
Yeah. I want to see that part.
Is I'll this just guy keep it going. No, I know he's not. He's not. But
that's hard, bro. Because you see. Honestly, bro, this shit is GTA, bro. You see anything, anywhere, bro. Like, this shit is serious out here.
Have you?
Do you see what he's wearing? Like, what is going on down here? Are we looking at his underwear?
Yeah. Well, literally, like, growing up in the hood, I always saw a whole bunch of people have their pants down below their ass, so you can clearly when they were walking around. So this isn't surprising to me.
Stores, stealing cars.
I ain't gonna lie, on the low, I looted some stores. On the low.
I've seen.
Did you hear that?
Looting on the low.
He just ratted on himself. I don't know if he was joking or not, but do you joke about looting stores on camera? I don't know. That's just not something that I would joke about.
People get robbed.
I got to read this. Katie Maria in the comments said, "And these people vote."
Great. Katie brought it home. Friend of the show. Thanks for stopping by. What a point, Ray.
Yeah. Like, oh my, like it's the same thing when I said, like, you actually have people who believe in flat Earth out there and they vote. Like, it's like idiots like people like that get to vote. Like,
now I don't know if I have an alternative answer. I will say Nick Fuentes brought up he wanted to bring it back to like landowners and men, basically. But I don't want that. But their vote counts like ours.
Well, I actually have, but I also have this thing that actually I think should be implemented. Like you know when all the Californians and New Yorkers move to red states like Texas, Florida, and like Oklahoma or Georgia or something like that, they always bring their policies with them, and like literally they're literally messing up this other people's state where they live differently than people live in different states, and they're turning it into another copy of that state. So what? Like this, I actually don't think people like if you move to a different state, you should not be allowed to vote for at least 5 to 10 years, something like that. No, it's like you're literally you're literally ruining people's lives by moving and like I'm changing the state. Literally, I know everyone will disagree with me on that. Everyone will, but no.
It's like I know I have to disagree with you on it, but it's a problem. A lot of libertarians talk about it all the time. That's what they use as one of the arguments they use to say that this democracy, this representative republic is just not working, is who's voting. So,
or you know the movie Starship Troopers, right? It's a classic movie. I love it from the early 2000s. Well, no, actually it was released in 90. Was it 90s? It was released in the late 90s, okay? And literally, it's a futuristic society where they're fighting bugs, but also their government is not democracy. What it's set up as is like there's civilians and then there's citizens. Where civilians they don't get a right, they don't vote, but citizens they do get to vote. And the difference between like the thing is like if you're a citizen, you get to vote, influence, and affect other people's lives. But if you're a civilian, like you're not willing to take risk into your own hands by protecting the galaxy. So you don't have a say in other people's lives. That actually is a great thing. A great thing.
I've heard that, but are we kind of doing that with this illegal immigration? Kind of setting up a separate type of citizen?
No, they're actually going to make them. They're going to try and turn us into all just one. We're like we all have to follow under one rule, which is a one. Well, I'm not going to say that word on your channel, but you know something with the N and something with the O. And something with the W and something with the O. So,
yep.
I'm from the projects. I'm from out here, so I've seen some pretty bad stuff. Feel me? I've seen a couple shootings. I've seen people get robbed. It's a custom to nature. It's just like you feel me.
Have you ever seen a business get robbed or looters like run out of a place with a bunch of merchandise?
I have. My place of business, which I will not say, have theft all the time.
And it's just well.
Not well. I mean, for protection purposes and by protocol, we're not allowed to address. So it is kind of well, but it is very like off-putting, I would say.
I had to help stop like a phone robbery once. It was actually right here. A friend of mine, we're friends now. I didn't know them then. They're from like out of town, like out of the city, right? And they were just chilling in the park and someone stole their phone, and I had to like help stop that and help them like go to security guards. It's just like it's weird when it happens right in front of you.
I saw a chick in the subway. She just like took off all her clothes and just started defecating right there. Just like right there. I don't know. I guess she was drugged out or something, but You know.
Yeah.
It was wild.
What did you?
Or did you see that video of that guy on a train on like a subway dressed in a Chucky costume messing with people?
Oh
And,
my goodness. Oh
and,
my god.
And literally the people beat the guy up because he was fucking with them.
Oh my gosh.
I would have too. So yeah. Or did you see that other video of that one person literally eating a shoe on a subway in New York?
I didn't see that one.
A guy was literally eating a shoe on a subway. Literally, he was taking bites out of it and chewing and swallowing it.
Oh.
Literally. Literally. Like I retweeted that on Twitter. So yeah.
I'm going to show the Chucky one real quick. I don't know if
This is yeah.
this is crazy. If you haven't seen the Chucky Subway one, this is wild.
Yeah.
Of course, we're back in New York. Here we go.
Look at this.
Y'all, this is a real video, y'all.
Yeah.
18 million views.
Yeah.
Give me my fucking bag. What is wrong with you? What the fuck? What the fuck am I eating? Get the fuck off of me.
What is he doing?
Get off of me.
There's a, I don't know if it's a little person or what it is.
It is a little person.
It is, you know that for sure?
Yes.
Because I didn't know if it was a child.
Yeah.
So it looks like a little person, so 18 or older potentially, in a Chucky costume, pretending trying to bite people. What is going on?
Yeah.
What is happening?
If someone
People have their cell phones out.
Yeah.
Attacking women. I don't know if it's a woman in the did you see the I don't know if it's a woman in the
it's a dude in the costume.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Get off of me. What's wrong with you? What the fuck is going on?
What the?
What is this? Literally,
this
what
New York,
is it?
Yo.
Yeah.
This is New York, man. So I'm gonna. No, go ahead.
I'm trying to find that video of that that guy eating the shoe on a subway.
Oh my goodness. I'll find the New York one that Metalopoly was talking about, the interview at the end. Then I'll head out. My laptop's gonna die here in a second too.
Oh yeah. Oh, and by the way, I got in contact with Shay, and I'm gonna have him on my show on the 22nd.
Oh, Chase that dude, man.
Yeah.
Great dude. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Let me know. I help promote it.
Yeah.
I think, is this the crackhead dude? I think this. Yeah. I remember him now. This is the dude that Metalopoly is talking about. Let me fast forward to here.
It's nuts. What's one of the craziest things that you've seen living in New York?
Someone literally, after hours in this park, someone literally took a poop in front of me.
Oh my
put it on their
God.
face for a hit of drugs.
Whoa.
Yeah, man.
Literally took a shit and literally put it in his face or whose face?
I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Look at Sav's face. She's like, what did you say? She's seen it all. She's been in the street. She's been in San Francisco. She's seen it all.
They defecated, took a handful of poop for a hit of drugs.
And they got the drugs after?
They got a lot, $100 worth of drugs. So they did that.
Oh, because they swallowed it, I guess.
Mind you, they can never come in this park again. But hey, that person got $100 worth of drugs.
This is a picture of the president's son doing crack.
I do crack.
What do you think about the president's son?
Oh my God. The president's son does crack. Hey, I do crack too. Oh my God.
Doing crack?
I wish I could do crack with him.
Do you wish you could do crack with the president's son?
I wish I could do some crack right now. I'd rather do crack than talk to a beautiful woman. No disrespect.
All right, well, go get some crack, my friend.
I need $10.
My funny.
Oh my
I don't.
God.
Does Sam have security, man? That situation didn't look right. Is that the one you were talking about, Metalopoly?
I think she does have some security. At least I think so. I don't know.
I hope so, man. Just be safe.
A lot of things, and even though he does this like huge demonstration of police force, nothing seems to be changing in this city in terms of crime. I mean, we still have people getting killed every day, you know, in East Harlem and Brooklyn, Bensonhurst, Bed-Stuy. People are being killed every day.
All right, so what we are currently seeing right now, it's getting later, the homeless are starting to come out, and so the people that are sitting on the benches are now having to deal with the homeless coming and asking for money, asking for drugs. This woman behind us, her nose is bleeding, not sure what happened, but I guess this is just the common scene here in New York. Okay guys, just to further explain to you what New York is like, this is a park filled with children behind me. And then if you walk down farther this way, you have people shooting up drugs, using crack cocaine. This is where all of the homeless people in Washington Square Park go buy their drugs. So it's just a little bit farther down here. I mean, you can see them right there. And then you have kids playing right behind me, right in this general area. I'm gonna overlay B-roll, so what you're watching right now is what this street and what this area of the park looks like as people use drugs. Again, all of these children and families playing nearby.
Look at this one. This isn't that video. I don't think I can find it, but this is actually something funny. Like you literally gotta see this one. You're just watch.
What the?
Oh my! I think that guy eating the shoe got taken down. So I do think
really?
At least but it was shared by this one account called Clown World, which I think you should follow.
Man, we're living in the clown world. I got to go out before my laptop dies. But most importantly, I put the link to his channel in the chat. Follow. The channel's great, man. How can people follow you?
By the way, right after this is done, I think I'm actually going to do a live right after this on my show. So yeah.
So let's go right on over. I got to do some editing and stuff, man. But I'll be listening to the live while I'm editing. So yeah, go live.
Yeah, and also since Carlos can't do that podcast with me and you because he's busy. How about me and you just start our own podcast, a separate one, just the two of us? So
I think we can, man. We just gotta set it up, plan it out. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. And by the way, guys, about 5-10 minutes, and about 10-15 minutes, I should say, I'll probably be going live. It'll probably be probably out an hour at most. I don't think it will be an hour, but it'll probably be just under an hour, I should say, that live. So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The chat is hilarious, man. Take the jokes over to Ray's channel. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Any last words?
Oh, make sure to subscribe to my channel, guys. Also follow me on all the other social media platforms as well. And also, if you're just new to Osiris' channel, whether you're my viewers or if you're just someone new in general, subscribe to his channel too. It's we all need to stick together. It's we disagree on some things, but we're all still populist. We need to stick together.
Absolutely, man. Good times. Ray, appreciate you as always. Check out his channel. It's in the chat. He's going to go live in 5-10 minutes. Peace.
Probably about 15.
15.
Catch you guys later. Peace.
Mm-hmm.